What's up, guys? We have a couple of challenges going on at various points within the challenge. But what I want to talk about applies to everybody in life. Uh, and what that is we're a couple of the challenges we're a few weeks in. We're at halfway point for one, and then just a week after for another. But what I want to talk about is some of the people within the challenge kind of have slacked off or aren't showing up to workouts, or maybe their diet's not on point, or maybe they just can't get to workouts because they don't have the time, or things have gotten busy at work, or whatever it is, right? And sometimes that really just comes down to one thing, and people don't want to hear it, and that's laziness. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, sometimes like this whole thing that we're doing, this fitness and this lifestyle, is not easy. It's not easy at all. And sometimes you get forced to do this stuff. Like you have to force yourself to make it in, right? Everyone would much rather go home. You know what? And lay on the couch, because your body just says, you know what, I'm done. But if we can force our body to do things that it doesn't want to do, eventually it will start to want to do those things. So a lot of this, the best thing about laziness is that you always have the ability to change it. I could get up right now and do a couple burpees, right? And that would make me just a little bit less lazy, and it would actually probably help me more. But that laziness is within your control. So within this whole thing and this challenge and whatever you want to get accomplished out of anything that we do, fitness-wise, health-wise, whatever, it's up to you to make those changes. Changes are not just going to happen, and they're not going to happen if you show up once a week to workouts and you're like, well, I'm not losing weight or I'm not seeing results. They're not going to happen if you eat good for a day. They're not going to happen if you eat good for a week, right? These things have to be consistent and they have to be planned, right? So it has to be your lifestyle. It can't just be this little phase that you're going through and hope that a 2-week phase will change everything, because it's not going to. It's about lifestyle changes. It's about saying, you know what, I want to watch TV, but you know what, before I watch TV, I'm going to do a 30-minute workout. It's about saying, you know what, I want a brownie, but before I have that brownie, you know what, I'm going to eat some chicken, and I'm going to eat, you know, maybe some cottage cheese, an apple, maybe an orange, or, you know, a cucumber and some celery. It's about making those choices, and those choices will enable you to make the changes that you want. If you don't make those choices and you say, you know what, I'm too busy right now to go work out, and it got to be too late. I was tired. I had to go pick up my kid for school. There is time in the day to do anything. So it may not be going to a gym and working out, but you can do stuff at home. You can do jumping jacks and push-ups and squats and burpees and sit-up. Anything that you want to do, you can be physically active, right? But that choice is yours. You have to make that choice to be physically active. So within the challenges that you guys are doing right now, there's still time to change, right? We want to make lifestyle changes to make you live longer, be happier, and enjoy life more. Be able to move better, be able to play with your kids, not throw a kid an iPad and be like, all right, go play. You know, because that's not really what it's all about. Like, are you going to look back on that and be like, I'm really glad I gave my kid the iPad because then I got to watch TV. All of a sudden your kid's 18 years old, they're going off to college, they don't care about you anymore. I'm not saying that they don't care about you, but you know what I'm saying. So make the choices to change. That's what it is, because you don't want to look back and be like, oh, I wish I was more active. No one looks back at their meals, for example. No one looks back at their bad food and reminisce over that. You don't do that, but you reminisce over trips you took. You reminisce over times you had with your kids. You reminisce over being active and playing with your kids and throwing, you know, playing catch with them. And I think about my dad myself. I remember playing basketball against him in the driveway. I love that stuff. You know, and if my dad was overweight and lazy, that would have never happened. So anyway, it's up to you to make that change. So do that. Don't get distracted by being busy. You know, don't get distracted by the newest show on TV. Get your stuff done, right? Get your stuff done. Make changes. Make changes for yourself and for your happiness and for the people around you. Everyone likes a happier person. And when it comes down to it, food and laziness are not going to make us happy. Yes, they'll give us something to talk about because, oh, did you see the new episode of Empire or Biggest Loser or whatever it is, and that gives us some chatter, but any substance, no, right? Enjoy life. That's all, right? Enjoy life. Do stuff, be active, be healthy, eat good foods for you that provide you energy and not just some taste that's going to be gone in 20 minutes, and do stuff. That's it. Sorry, I had to get it out.